We're going to need a live sub counter for this one. This is going to be close. Hello everyone, I'm Shawnthebro and I'm glad to be back. Now usually I was going to do a skit every other week with a Let's Play in between. Based on how I feel, that might change. Also because some weekends I'm a lot busier than others. So right now we're going to do Would You Rather, because I actually got a message from this a long time ago. It hasn't been that long ago. It was about 6 months ago when I saw the message. And I wasn't making videos at the time, but I actually really like the idea. And I have seen some people do it. I'm not trying to copy, so I'll admit I watched Game Theory Live, GT Live do it first. But I did get this as a submission in my inbox, so I figured, sure, if people want it, and this is something I've seen that I really enjoyed myself, why not do it, right? Sorry if I look over here sometimes. I'm doing an upload. Or I'm doing a render over there, and I have to keep pressing it because for some reason it locks up if I don't touch it every like 4 minutes. Not sure what's going on with that. Anyway, let's check out some Would You Rather. This is either.io that we're using as our base here. It is the most formal that I could find. I looked on Google. You know, no one ever goes past page 1, let's be honest. And I looked on Google, and this was by far the best one that I could see. There were some really good questions on this wiki that I found that I might use. But for appearance-wise, this is the most attractive. I don't know if it's the best content-wise, so we'll see. Hopefully it's not inappropriate or anything like that. I'll try and skip them if they get out of hand. But anyway, let's go. We might as well. So, okay. This is the first one that came up on the page, so I already read this one, but let's think about it. Would you rather only wear revealing hot pink clothes or always have to wear socks and sandals? Personally, I don't care about socks and sandals. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't wear them ever, but I mean, they're really ugly, insanely ugly. But I don't think that they're a huge deal. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with them. But the main issue that they would cause is actually, in my opinion, workplace. Because if you're at a workplace and you can't wear open-toed shoes, you can't be wearing sandals. And if you're trying to be in a professional environment, that's also going to kill it, regardless. Only wear revealing hot pink clothes. I mean, whatever. How revealing are we talking about? I don't mind wearing pink clothing. I don't want to be like... I guess that would also ruin... I guess that would probably ruin it more at your workplace than your shoes. I was thinking more of the sandals just because I've always dressed fine, and wearing proper shoes was always the issue for me. But I guess wearing hot pink clothes would actually be worse. So we're going to go with always have to wear socks and sandals. Okay, 53% agree. 744,000 people agree. Would you rather be with a blonde or be with a brunette? Well, I'm with a brunette. I'm engaged to one, so I would assume be with a brunette would be my choice. And 64%. Would you rather be chased by 100 rabid squirrels through a flat open plain or go down a 200-foot slide completely made out of ice head first with your shirt off? Sorry, I paused mid-sentence there. I was thinking about, hey, I don't have my headset on because I don't think there's any music. No. So, you know, this might be the first time you see me without my headset when I've done a video like this, if I wasn't doing a vlog or anything, so that's pretty cool. Okay. So, would you rather be chased by 100 rabid squirrels through a flat open plain or go down a 200-foot slide completely made of ice head first with your shirt off? I'm going to assume that there's nothing bad at the bottom of the slide. Like, I'll survive. If I can get through the 200 feet, I'll survive once I hit the bottom, even though I'm head first. Dog upstairs is pitching in. He's got an opinion to spout. Anyway, so I would say the 200-foot slide. I know it would really rip off a lot of your skin, especially on your stomach. Like if you're laying on your stomach going head first. And that would suck really bad, especially since your shirt does have to be off. But I feel like you would survive. 200 feet really isn't that tall. Like, our driveway back home in New Jersey was way longer than that. And thinking about it, it wasn't that long of a driveway. So 200 feet is definitely not very long. That's like when you're in the car and you have to make a turn. Your GPS says 200 feet. You're screwed if you're not ready. So I'm definitely going to say that, because being chased by 100 rabid squirrels through a flat open plain, squirrels are pretty fast. I'm not sure how fast they can actually move, but they're definitely faster than... Right? I mean, they gotta be faster than... Let's look this up real quick. How fast can squirrels... How fast do squirrels... No, not how fast do squirrels' teeth grow. How fast can squirrels run? Yeah, 20 miles per hour. Okay, I thought they were faster than humans. I've never been in a race with one, so that would be kind of hard for me to guess. But, yeah. So, in the rabid, so there's a very good chance I would die from it. I mean... I'm through a flat open plain, so there's probably also not a ton of people around me to be able to get me to a hospital before I start losing my mind. So yeah, I would say I'm going with the slide for sure. 52% agree. Okay. So not that it's necessarily good to be on the side with more people, but we have been every time so far. So this is just freezing up on me. I don't know why. Would you rather be able to survive any injury or fall, or be able to pull out any Acme Corporation product out of your pocket? So I'm assuming this is talking about Roadrunner, but it's really funny to see those things put together. Be able to survive any injury or fall. I mean, pulling out any Acme Corporation product out of your pocket would be pretty cool. But any injury or fall? Like, so does that mean, like, if I get in a plane crash, the injury that I would sustain from it, of, you know, whether it be exploding or the collision or whatever, I would be able to survive that? And then on top of it, if, God forbid that happened, but on top of it, if I had to jump out of the plane, I would also be able to survive the fall. I guess it comes down to, like, when you need it. But, yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer if you can do that. Also, you could jump off any building and just, like, oh, you would still be in pain. It just, you would survive it. So, never mind. I'm still going with that answer, but I was going to say, like, things for convenience you could do. Like, you could jump out of a plane, or jump off a building just to get down to the first floor really quickly. And then everyone would just look at you, like, kind of side-eyed, like, I don't know what's up with that guy. But yeah, I mean, I think being able to survive any injury or fall. Yeah, 76%. Would you rather always wear Crocs or always wear... Another socks and sandals question? Always wear Crocs. I mean, Crocs are, like, they're meant to be worn like that. You don't have to wear socks with the Crocs. Socks and Crocs. But you do have to wear socks with your sandals, so no, I'd always wear Crocs instead. 50%, slightly more people for the Crocs. Slightly more, about 7,000 more. Would you rather be 1 foot smaller than you are right now, or be 1 foot taller than you are right now? Be 1 foot taller than I am right now. I stand around 5'10", 5'11". So being 1 foot taller, even though I'd be close to 7 feet, that's not totally out of the ordinary. Whereas 1 foot smaller, 4'10", is pretty short, especially for a guy. Because on average, I think it's 5 inches taller they usually are than the average female. So that would be significantly shorter. I would be if I chose smaller. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't see an advantage to that anyway. Whereas being taller, you can reach things higher up. I mean, I would definitely hit my head on I'm looking at a doorway right now to the bedroom. I would definitely hit my head on that if I was a foot taller, but you could just duck. I'm going taller. Yeah, I would think most people would, unless you were really tall and you were, like, constantly hitting your head on things. Would you rather have paparazzi follow you around or reveal a different secret about yourself in a weekly newspaper column? I'm okay with either. I don't have any secrets that are, like, super bad. Secrets that I have are usually, like, oh, I like I don't know. Like, for real. I don't know any that would make sense to say out loud, because it would be like, you would have to know different people and stuff. So I don't really have any secrets that would be bad to tell. So yeah, I mean, that's fine. Have paparazzi follow you around. Is it because they like me? Because if they like me and they're following me around, then that's not a big deal. I mean, it's annoying for sure. I never had it happen, but I know a lot of those people get very annoyed dealing with that all day. So that's probably annoying. But if they like me, I mean, that's cool that they appreciate me enough to do that. I'm gonna go with the paparazzi just for fun. I mean, I don't know if it's the right choice because you would get bored of it day after day, but reveal a different secret about yourself in a weekly newspaper. I mean, again, I don't really have that many secrets. If it's a secret, it's just really because I haven't told anyone, not necessarily because I'm trying to keep it a secret. So we're gonna go with the paparazzi. Oh, that's also, I didn't think that would be more people agree with that one. Let's go to the next one. Would you rather watch Are You Afraid of the Dark or read Goosebumps? Well, I've read Goosebumps before. I don't know Are You Afraid of the Dark, but either way, I do either. So I guess since I haven't watched Are You Afraid of the Dark, watch that. But read Goosebumps. I mean, that's a good one. Yeah, I thought the read Goosebumps would be a more preferred option, but I've already done that, so I figure. Would you rather never be able to compliment, never be able to complain? Never be able to complain. I mean, I don't even have to go through that one, I don't think. I'll go through real quick. If you can never compliment, people will never understand what you're thankful for, what you think are, what things you think are good about that person. You would never be able to make someone's day better, really. Whereas never being able to complain, we do a lot of that anyway. So, I mean, I do, for sure. I genuinely believe I have a very positive outlook on life, but I do complain a lot. I mean, you just, something doesn't go right, so you complain. And then you get over it, and you find the good way of viewing it. Like, I hit, 3 red lights in a row. Well, maybe I would have got stuck somewhere else if I had not. You know what I mean? So, you can always, revert a complaint, if you will. But I think not complaining is totally fine. Would you rather have the voice of the opposite sex, have the muscle mass body build of the opposite sex? I mean, I would rather have the voice of the opposite sex because, I don't know, I mean, body build, like you're saying I would have, protruding breasts, because that's a thing, and that's fine and all, but, I mean, I wouldn't like to have that for any reason. Whereas having the voice of I don't have the deepest voice, so I'm okay with that, I think. I would say the voice. Most people agree with that one as well. Would you rather get severe frostbite or get severely burned? Oh, this is a good one. I think about this actually quite a bit. So it comes down to two things. The effects that you would have after getting those, and also if you like hot or cold. Personally, I prefer being extremely hot over being extremely cold. There's one reason for that. The reason is, and a lot of people always say you can always take stuff off, or you can always put more on. I disagree with both of those because, I mean, you can't always take stuff off. You're only going to be wearing so many layers of clothing. You can always, take your skin off, I guess, if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend that. And you can always put more on. Well, maybe. It depends on where you are, I guess. I wouldn't necessarily say you could always do that. But anyway, I prefer being hot rather than cold because with cold, you start shivering, you start making mistakes. Like if you're super cold, you're dropping stuff, you're shaking. Whereas if you're hot, you are sluggish, but until you reach a point where things have to start changing in your body, things either shut down or you sweat too much, you become dehydrated. Before that point, you're still in control. You're still doing everything normally. You'll be a little sweaty. And since this is just being burned, you won't actually have that issue of like dehydrating or anything. Not to my knowledge, anyway. I think that's more like an over prolonged exposure. Whereas getting frostbite, if you get frostbite, you've either been in the cold really long, or you've been in a very cold environment for a long time, or maybe if it's cold enough. But I don't think you can get frostbite for just it being cold enough. So frostbite is more of like a prolonged exposure, whereas being severely burned is like an instantaneous thing. Let's go over the effects real quick. So if you're burned, then they'll do a skin graft on you. Most likely, I don't know why I'm thinking the face, but most likely you will lose a lot of feeling wherever you were burned, which doesn't say how much of your body, but I would say that's not necessarily worse than frostbite, because with frostbite, a lot of times you will actually lose a limb. You'll lose blood flow to something for so long, and then you end up losing a limb, fingers, appendages. So severely burned for sure. Really get severe frostbite. Severe frostbite. I mean, it does say severely burned, but severe frostbite, like you're definitely losing a limb. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Would you rather never be able to eat Chipotle again or never eat dessert again? Never eat Chipotle again. Chipotle's good, but never eat dessert again? Come on. Dessert is like my favorite thing in the world. Be accomplished and famous, then die at 18. Be ordinary and die at a reasonable age. Well, I genuinely believe that no one is ordinary. I mean, I get what they're saying here. They're saying you're not famous, you haven't done anything crazy. But you do impact the people around you all the time, of course. So I would rather be ordinary and die at a reasonable age. I don't intend on being famous. I mean, I would like to be accomplished, like I'm a programmer, so I would like to go up in my field and do awesome stuff, but I love where I am now. I love the kind of work I'm doing now, so I don't think necessarily that that's a huge deal. Especially if you're going to die at 18. I would already be dead. I'd be dead for 3 years. So I would be ordinary and die at a reasonable age. Most people said that, 81%. Would you rather eat a spoonful of cinnamon or snort mustard? Well, I've done the cinnamon challenge, and not because I'm stupid and feel the need to do these sort of things. I did it because it was it wasn't actually the cinnamon challenge, just so you know. So I wasn't actually in any risk. But what we did is they were doing something for charity, and it was like you have to do some stupid website trend or internet trend that was happening over the last year. So this was a couple years ago, and it was either this or the ice bucket challenge, and people had chosen the spoonful of cinnamon. So we ended up doing that. Again, it was toned down, so I wasn't in any danger. Didn't make a stupid decision like that. This is the full version. So would you rather eat a spoonful of cinnamon? Now, snorting mustard, however, is very bad. Anytime you're snorting anything, I'd say about 95% of the time you're snorting anything, if not more, it's not good. There are things you can, I guess, snort. I don't know if it'd be the correct term. Like, they have, like, the nasal... I don't even know what it is, but they have like things you can put in your nose and like, breathe in, and then it's supposed to clear your nose out and all that. I don't know if that's even considered snorting, but if it does, that's fine. But snorting mustard, I feel like that's not good. So I'm gonna do the spoonful of cinnamon. You'll be fine if you're careful with it. Yeah, that's 78%. Would you rather be known for something? I gotta put up with this. Would you rather be known for something good, being a really wise person as an example, or be known for something great? What? Oh, be unknown for something great. That makes more sense. I was so confused in my head. Like, great is better than good. For example, curing cancer. Is cancer going to get cured anyway? Like, is it... If I don't choose the great one, and say, let's go with the examples on this case. So if I don't choose the great one and I go with being a really wise person, does someone still cure cancer, or does that get left out? Because I would want whatever the best thing is to happen in this case. So it wouldn't matter if I was known or not. if it was something that was that serious. So I'm going to go with being unknown for something great like curing cancer. And that's 69%. Okay. Would you rather be one of King Arthur's Knights of the Round Table or be one of Robin Hood's Merry Men? Dude, honestly, I mean, they're both cool, but Knights are awesome. So we're going with Knights of the Round Table. 55%. Would you rather have stinky feet or have long fingernails? Have stinky feet 110%. I have long nails quite a bit of the time because they grow so fast. If I'm not cutting them like every 4 days, they're too long. So, like, I'm assuming this is like a perpetual thing, and it's just going to keep happening. So I'm definitely going over the stinky feet. I mean, I'm sorry, but really, see, I think, well, I guess it depends on if you're male or female here too, because if you're a female, you could decorate your nail. I mean, you can do it if you're a male too, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to have nasty long fingernails, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna go with stinky feet, to be honest. Would you rather eat a container of butter or drink a bottle of maple syrup? Eat a container of butter. I mean, the maple syrup is great, but butter? Have you ever had butter? Butter is amazing. How is this a question? Let's be honest. 23%. That's it. So 77% would rather drink maple. See, I'm gonna be gross for a second. You're not gonna like me after this one if that's the case. But I could take a spoon and put it in a butter container and just, well, not a container, like but like a stick of butter and just like, and eat that. Eat that. If you were a musician, would you rather be Eddie Vedder or be Freddie Mercury? I mean, Freddie Mercury, in my opinion. I mean, I know things outside of his music, but I don't know if that came into play or not. But still, Freddie Mercury, I mean, he's got a legacy now. So, Freddie Mercury, let's go. Would you rather cowboy or Indian? I think, would you rather be cowboy or Indian? I'm going to assume. A cowboy or an Indian, but whatever. I mean, they're both pretty cool for their own reasons. I'd definitely rather be a cowboy. Cowboys had a lot less struggles that they had to fight, to be honest. I mean, I would say. And also, you're just awesome if you're a cowboy, flat out. Like, even if you're a bad cowboy, you're pretty cool. So, cowboy. 70%. Would you rather wear a ski suit all the time, or go everywhere barefoot? I mean, I have no problem doing things barefoot, so go everywhere barefoot, probably. I don't want to wear a ski suit all the time. Would you rather be visited by ancient aliens or be visited by mole people? Okay. I would go with the aliens. Mole people are also awesome. But aliens just refers to people from another land, essentially. So people from another planet, in this case. And I think personally, I think that's cooler. So I'm going to go with the aliens. Would you rather bathe in vomit or bathe in worms? Bathe in worms. Worms don't bother me at all, actually. But vomit is pretty gross. And it depends on if it's like human vomit or dog vomit. If it's the dog vomit, it's usually like, extra liquidy. And you got like dog food in it. Yeah, so worms are fine. They're chilling. They're just trying to live their life. They're not really going to do anything to you. Worms all day. Would you rather be in the army? Well, I don't know. I didn't make this decision in real life, so why would I make it here? But let's go with Marines. I mean, there's no point in me. I don't have enough knowledge of like which one's better. I mean, they both have their own role, so whatever. Would you rather work at Aperture Science or work at Black Mesa? This is a good one. This is tough because Black Mesa, sure, it's got to be Aperture Science. It's got to be Aperture Science. Black Mesa, bad accident, people died. Aperture Science, most likely AIs are killing them. Maybe putting them into the companion cubes, whatever it may be. And then you got like, what's his name? Ratman. who did survive and then went crazy. But I think Aperture Science would just be cooler in general. I mean, you get to work with portals that work that quickly. You just shoot 2 spots and you get to walk between them. Even if you have to die, I mean, you're dying for something really cool. So, Aperture Science. Would you rather live in the past or live in the future? Live in the future, 100% for me. Living in the past is cool, but history is enough for me. I can learn about what other people did, and that is good enough for me. I mean, they lived their lives and they left their legacy, and we're learning about them. Whereas living in the future, you're still making that future. You get to see the advancement. You already know the advancements that we had from the past to now. You can't see my hands because I'm recording a different way. From the past to now, whereas if you go to the future and live, you could see the advancements we have from now to the future. The future. Yeah, 71%. Would you rather be credited with the invention of the wheel, be credited with the invention of the internet? I know the whole reinvent the wheel, but the internet. I mean, I love the internet. I'm a programmer. I make things for a living, so the internet. 86%. Also, this just finished, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Let me just shut this down. Sweet. Very cool. And close this. Excellent. One more thing. Load this. Excellent. Okay. Sorry about that. Just want to get that going. 26. Okay, we'll do this for like a couple more minutes. Would you rather be a nudist, be a never nude? I've never heard never nude. I'm assuming it's like what its name is, so you're never naked, but that would mean, can I look this up? I don't want to say anything bad, but what is a never nude? I just want to get a never nude mug for you. Yeah, it is. It's a person who's literally never nude. So that means you would have to shower with clothes on? No. Listen, there are clothes that I like for example my shirt here that says Shawnthebro. I enjoy wearing that, and it makes me feel good because I'm representing something that I approve of, and that's fine. I don't necessarily have a problem with being a nudist. I don't want to be because let's be honest, if you see someone naked at Wawa, you're gonna be like, someone's wrong with that dude, okay? So yeah, there's that. But never being nude, I mean, not to shower, and let's not even being gross, let's be honest. Not to shower, not to have sexual intercourse, not to, what else? Not to go swimming, which I know is kind of the same as shower, but in my opinion it's worse. Not that you go swimming naked, but, well, maybe it's not so bad. I was going to say, not that you go swimming naked, but you have your shirt off, but then I thought maybe never nude, just you have to wear something. It would still suck, but maybe never nude is better because you could. I'm going to actually be a never. I switched thinking about it because I was thinking like you couldn't reveal anything. Like you would always have to wear a full outfit, but maybe it's like. Yeah. I'm thinking never nude because I think it's like you have to be wearing something at all point. Not that you couldn't ever. Because that wouldn't make sense because you could never change clothing then if that was the case. So yeah, be a never nude then in that case. Really, be a nudist. Probably because the shower thing or something. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Like maybe I missed something. But would you rather own a horse in the city or own a cat in the country? Well, I've owned a cat and my fiance owned a horse, both in the country. Both great. A horse in the city, you wouldn't have a lot of room for it, so a cat in the country. Would you rather be a hippie, be a gangster? I mean, be a hippie. Hippies are just mellow. They're just chilling. Not that I want to be one, but they're fine. Whereas a gangster is living a dangerous life. So, yeah, we'll be a hippie. Pick that. Really? Okay, 51% chose a gangster. Would you rather be on jury duty or go to work? Go to work. I love what I do, actually. But I think most people are probably going to say be on jury duty, is even though people don't like jury duty, I think a lot of people dislike their work more. Really? That's surprising. I've heard a couple people be happy that they have to go to jury duty, so whatever. You can use only one of the two. Would you rather Reddit or YouTube that you could use? YouTube. Reddit is good, but there are alternatives where, although there are alternatives to YouTube, they're not as popular. So you're going to be missing a lot of the content. So I can only use YouTube. That's fine. Would you rather live in Tokyo or Hong Kong? I don't know enough about them. I like what I've heard of both of them, like from a cultural perspective, but Tokyo, in my opinion, just because it's, I know more about Tokyo, so I'm going with Tokyo. Would you rather be illiterate or take everything literally? I mean, I don't want to be illiterate because then I can't read at all. Or write, right? Is illiterate also writing? I know it's reading. Let me see real quick. Literate. Yeah, it is read or write, which is what I thought. So you can understand what people are saying to you, but you can't read or write or take everything literally. If you take everything literally, it poses the issue of you won't get sarcasm. You won't get a lot of jokes because, like, if it's a pun, you could be confused. I don't want to be able to not read or write, especially if that considers like computer writing, and I'm assuming it does because you're typing. So yeah, I'm gonna say take everything literally. I would rather. Sweet. All right, let's do one more. Would you rather marry? Okay, I don't really care about either of these people, to be honest, so let's go to the next one. I mean, they're fine, but they don't do anything super cool. Like, if it was like, would you rather marry Bill Nye or, like, I don't know, but that would be a better question. I'd answer that one. Would you rather have a Pepsi or have a Coke? It kind of depends, actually. Usually people are like, have a Coke. To me, I like them all. I'm not a huge soda guy in general. I really, really like root beer. But probably a Coke, honestly. Let's do it. Let's get to a good one. Okay, this is pretty good. This is a good one to end on. Would you rather chug a pint of ocean salt water or chug a pint of rancid milk? I've actually not chugged, and I don't know how much I've had of either, but I've definitely drank ocean salt water. I've definitely drank rancid milk before. Not on purpose either time. The milk almost made me throw up. Ocean salt water makes your throat sore, and it can make you a little bit sick, but it wasn't terrible. Like, again, my throat was really sore. I was like, I'm done. I would say the salt water. The milk is disgusting and can also make you sick. The salt water, yeah. Okay, and then I went to the next one when I was supposed to end it, so we'll do this one. Would you rather have triplets or be a triplet? I'm an only child, so have triplets. I really, really enjoyed being an only child, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, I would not want to be a triplet, but I would be fine with having triplets. I mean, I'm not interested in having kids in the current time, but I've heard that changes. So if it changes, having triplets, if that's all you had, like you just had one set of kids and you had 3 kids, it could be fine. It would be a lot of work, but you would grow, like you would love them. So that's fine. I'll say have triplets. Really? Okay. I guess a lot of people probably had other siblings, so having twins or triplets at that point isn't too much of a stretch. Okay, anyway, guys, so that's all I'm going to do for right now. It's super hot in here for some reason, for no reason. For no reason, for sure. But it is. So, but I hope you enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun for me. Again, I saw this on GT Live quite a while ago. It was probably like 2 years ago at least. So I don't remember. I don't know if this was the same site that they were on, but it looks like it to me. I'll go check after this video, but I'm almost positive it is. Anyway, but this was a lot of fun for me. I like these types of things. I like discussion and debate, so this is good for me. Let me know if you liked it. I wasn't planning on doing this necessarily, but this was, I've been pretty busy this weekend, and this is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to get to, since I actually got an inbox about it, because usually I don't get any, which is fine. I can always come up with an idea. But I want to make sure, I try to make sure I get all the videos that you guys mentioned for me, because I want to keep you happy, obviously. We're also only, I know my subscriber count in the start of the video on the live says 979. I have 980 on YouTube, so I can't imagine that that's wrong. But I don't know. I really don't know. So either way, we're about 20 subscribers away from 1,000, and I would love if we could get there. So hopefully you can support me in doing that. I'd really appreciate it. And I want to thank you for coming and watching me do this. I know this isn't my normal thing, and I probably won't do this too often, but I thought it was a cool thing to take a little detour and check this out. So if you like this video, they're getting harder. They're easier when I do scripts and can plan it out ahead of time. For every like I get on this video, I will answer a question on Would You Rather. For every subscription I get off of this video, I will submit a question to either.io. I don't know, but something like that. I mean, I'd be happy to submit some questions, actually. I have a few that I could think of. That's for another episode. But thank you guys so much for watching, for real. This was fun. I hope you had fun. I tried a new recording status, so hopefully you can see me well enough. And you get to see me without my headset. Isn't that crazy? So thank you guys for watching once again. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So I'll see you next week. I hope you had a good time. Oh, real quick, I want to thank Mitchell once again. Mitchell Hartwell once again. He made. He started. I think he's not done because he said this was the start of something that he liked. But he's made some fantastic music for me to play for my videos, for like background music, and it is incredible, and he deserves praise because, let's be honest, it's fantastic. So I wanted to send a huge shout out to my boy Mitchell, and that's where I'm going to end the video. So yes, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. I'm Shawnthebro. Goodbye.